சீக்கியமும் உலக சமாதானமும் என்ற தலைப்பில் ஒரு சிற்றுரையை வழங்கினார். அவர் வழங்கிய ஆங்கில உரையின் தமிழ் ஆக்கத்தை தொகுத்து உங்களுக்கு வழங்குகின்றேன். சீக்கிய தர்மம் என்பது உலகத்தில் உள்ள பெரிய சமயங்களில் அண்மை காலத்தை உரியது. இது சீக் தர்மிக் வந்து 4 தார்மிக் நம்பிக்கையை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டது. அதாவது இந்து சமயம், ஜெயினிச சமயம், புத்திசம், சீக்கியம். இது இந்திய உபகண்டத்தில் தான் இந்த சமயம் ஆரம்பித்தது. இது
Sikhism is probably the least read or least known religion in the world, and I think it's a shame. I think the time is right to tell about religion to as many people as possible.
கைவிரல்களை கண்களின் மேல் 5 வினாடிகள் வையுங்கள்.
Now place your fingers on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
மெதுவாக கண்களை
remove your hands and look inside your palms.
அற்புதமான சக்தி வாய்ந்த தியானத்தினை செய்ததற்காக கரவொலி எழுப்புவோம்.
Now clap your hands for the meditation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Vanakkam, Namaste. Greetings to all who have joined our meditation for world peace and harmony. Whenever meditation is done collectively together, it becomes a social force and is strong enough to expand across the country to the whole world. We would like to thank all the participants who took the time to meditate with us today. We would also like to thank PSSM Tamil Europe, which is part of the PSSM Global and PSSM India. May the whole world be blessed with peace, prosperity, vayagam, valga valamudan, valga valatudan. I would like to thank Darshni Udayaraja and Jessica Udayaraja for conducting the meditation and sharing the music for the meditation. Thank you. Today our guest speaker, Mr. Mohinderijit Singh. Mr. Mohinderijit Singh's family is known to us for the last more than 30 years. Their daughter and our daughter went to same school, and they are very good friends. And I would like to thank Mr. Mohinderijit Singh to participate today to our meditation group, and today he will deliver a speech on Sikhism and world peace. And Mr. Mohinderijit Singh will introduce himself and he will deliver his speech today now. Thank you. Now the platform is for you. Thank you, Mr. Singh. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. First of all, I have to thank Lakshmi's mom, who was just speaking, and Mr. Srikandarajah, Lakshmi's dad, to bring me onto this podium to talk about Sikhism, I think, which is a very, very important subject for everyone, not just for the Indians or Asians, but for the whole world. Sikhism is probably the least read or least known religion in the world, and I think it's a shame. I think the time is right to tell about religion to as many people as possible. Well, in fact, Lakshmi's mom has already introduced me that together up to the university level, and they're still very, very good friends, and they meet almost every other day or whatever. Right, going on to myself, my name is Mohinderijit Singh Alg. Singh is the middle name of all the Sikhs, and Alg is my surname, although the Sikhs are not supposed to use the surname, but for convenience sake, we have started using the surnames. All Sikhs actually should using to religion. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, my father left pre-partition India in 1930s to Tanzania, East Africa, to work for the British government. So I was born there, so was my generation. And we, being the British citizens, automatically, we came to London or UK, well, in 1975 onwards. So after I sort of passed my civil service exam and joined the civil service here. And I worked almost throughout my career in Whitehall and Westminster for 10 Downing Street and Cabinet Office. I don't want to say any more about it because this is not about me. I think this is all about Sikhism. We should take more time. It's a very, very brief note and something very small to speak about because you cannot cover any religion within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So to start with, I understand that this project is all about peace and harmony. Well, this is where Sikhism starts and will continue until eternity. This was all to do with peace when Guru Nanak, the first Guru, came into being. So I'm just going to give you a small note or brief note about Sikhism now, which I would regard as more interest than probably later on I might follow it up. So the brief note about Sikhism is, just to start with, Sikh Dharma is comparatively newest major religions of the world. It is one of the 4 major dharmic faiths or Indic faiths, which includes Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. The combined population of these dharmic religions would easily sense to Christianity, which currently largest number of followers. The word Sikh comes from Sanskrit root sisya, meaning disciple, or Siksa, meaning instruction. Sikhism was brought to the world around 1469 by Guru Nanak Dev, the first of the 10 gurus. In fact, there were 10 gurus. It took about 200 years for the Sikhism to evolve, which I think majority of the people don't know. I won't be talking about this today because it's a long process. Guru Nanak brought the word of God to manifest upon earth. He inspired and uplifted humankind to live a life of truth, righteousness, and spirituality through his hymns and prayers, shabads. Once again, I can talk a lot about Guru Granth Sahib, but this is not the topic I'm going to talk about. In fact, just for interest's sake, for particularly the Sri Lankans Tamils, he also went to Sri Lanka, right? So, as I said, I won't be talking about it today. These hymns and prayers are compiled into Sri Guru Granth Sahib, which is the living God for the Sikhs. This is unique amongst the world's major religious scriptures. One of the reasons I can tell you is that probably this is the only religious book which was written when actually the gurus were there, and the gurus were writing it rather than anybody. In most of the religions, actually, most of these writings were done after the prophets had gone. So no one knows exactly, what the truth was. Anyway, while compiling the holy book, the Sikh Gurus incorporated not only their own writings, this is very important actually, but also included the writings of other contemporary saints from Hinduism and even Islam, because Islam was in force in India at that time. And that is probably one of the reasons as well why Sikhism actually came up. So this also included saints belong to the lowest strata of untouchables in the Hindu caste system, which is still, as you all know, is very live. Wants to eradicate, it wanted to eradicate, and is still trying to eradicate, and it has, to quite an extent, not 100%, but to quite an extent, it has eradicated. Sri Guru Sahib is the living God for the Sikhs, from which they derive daily life advice called Hukamnama. The Granth has answers to all life complexities, for which the Sikhs seek guidance and solace through all their lives. Shortly, what the Sikhs believe: the Granth is not just a holy book for Sikhs. It is respected and treated as a living being and officially regarded as the internal. We Sikhs, what were the meaning of God for the Sikhs is, Sikhism teaches that God lasts forever, cannot be seen, and has no body, has no... Hello? Oh, we got cut off?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I put the picture. That's all.
Oh, there were some pictures. Okay, I think the pictures were not very clear.
Okay, you can do it when you're ready. Thank you.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. So God's infinite and has no beginning and no end. Temples, I don't know how many of you have visited temples. In fact, Sikh temples, anyone can go there anytime. It doesn't matter who they are, what religion they are, right? And whenever you go to the Sikh temple, in fact, you'll see more non-Sikhs than the Sikhs themselves. And there's always food, right? Always food. That's a very, very big catch, right? In fact, in some of the areas, well, I'm talking more of London because I'm in London, some of the gurdwaras, the temples, especially in areas where there are a lot of Indians or Asians, say, for example, Southall, in fact, you can go and get food 24/7. And in fact, this is helping huge number of particularly students coming from the Indian subcontinent, because they do not have enough money to live for. So they say, oh, well, why not go to Gurdwara? Go and have a little service, have a little seva, and have food as well, which is a good thing. Not a bad idea at all. And we love it. Okay, the temples. Sikh temple is called a Gurdwara, meaning the house of Guru. It's a place of worship, birth, death, baptism, marriage, and all other ceremonies are held in the temple. When a person enters the temple, their head must be covered and should enter barefooted. Sikh temples are renowned world over for having a kitchen, which is unique, which I just spoke about. Some of the bigger gurdwaras serve food 24/7, which I just said. In fact, incidentally, I'll just remember, all the Sikh temples have got a saffron flag, which is very high, right? And I remember many years ago when I was in Tanzania as a young boy, and I was in a small and some of the tourists come there because that particular town is near the Serengeti Plains. The Serengeti and Ngorongoro Crater you might have heard about, where the animal sanctuaries are, one of the biggest sanctuaries are. And a couple of Australians were wandering around and they asked me, do you know where the saffron flag is? I said, why? He said, that is the place we know. Are they coming from Australia? That's the place we know. We can get a small room to sleep. It will be safe and probably we'll get food. And as it was, and the Sikh temple was just nearby, and I said, I'll take you. Just an example from a very remote area of Tanzania. Right, but the Golden Temple you might have heard about, which is probably regarded as the one of the most visited gurdwaras or places in the world. I'm going to talk 10. This Golden Temple is the most historical and center for Sikhism. This is where all political and spiritual aspects are debated and passed. And the temple is situated in the city of Amritsar, a city in Punjab, which is very close to the Pakistan border. In fact, you know, it's just a few miles rather than hundreds of miles, just a few miles. About the baptism, about the Sikhs. The baptized Sikhs should keep unshorn, uncut hair, must keep a wooden comb, a steel bangle, you know, like I have, probably I can see it, hair everywhere, uncovered hair, right? Comb, one must keep it here, a small little comb. A cotton underwear should always be worn, which of course I can't show that, right? Okay. And the fifth symbol is sword, a small little sword they must have as a symbol. This is to defend one's faith and protect the weak. So in fact, this is a very small and brief note about Sikhism, just an introduction. So I think this is all I really want to speak about. And if there are any small, simple questions, I may be able to answer. If I'm not able to answer today, I can take it over and take it from there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohinderijit Singh. Because I never heard about Sikhs. I know there's a religion, even though I know Angel and with my daughter, they have been so many years, they have been friends and everything. But I don't know about the religion, because I know about the Gurudwara and everything. I would like to know about it bit more details. But first of all, now the Kumarasamy Pillai Master will summarize your speech in Tamil. Then after that, we'll go for a question and answer session. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, fair enough.
Mr. Kumarasamy Pillai Master, please.
அனைத்து மாஸ்டர்ஸுக்கும் எனது வணக்கம். இதுவரையும் மொஹிந்தர் சிங் அவர்கள் சீக்கியமும் உலக சமாதானமும் என்ற தலைப்பில் ஒரு சிற்றுரையை வழங்கினார். அவர் வழங்கிய ஆங்கில உரையின் தமிழ் ஆக்கத்தை தொகுத்து உங்களுக்கு வழங்குகின்றேன். சீக்கிய தர்மம் என்பது உலகத்தில் உள்ள பெரிய சமயங்களில் அண்மை காலத்தை உரியது. இது சீக் தர்மிக் இது 4 தார்மிக் நம்பிக்கையை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டது. அதாவது இந்து சமயம், ஜெயினிச சமயம், புத்திசம், சீக்கியம். இது இந்திய உபகண்டத்தில் தான் இந்த சமயம் ஆரம்பித்தது. இது தர்மம் அடிப்படையில் இது தண்டப்பட்டது. இது கிறிஸ்டியானிட்டியை விட இந்த 4 மதத்தினரும் சேர்த்தால் கூடிய எண்ணிக்கையில் உள்ள பின்பற்றுபவர்கள் இருக்கின்றார்கள் என்று சொல்வது இதுவாகும். மற்றது சீக் என்ற சொல்லு அதன் அர்த்தம் என்றால் சீடர் என்ற பொருள். அடுத்து சீக்கியம் கிட்டத்தட்ட 1469ஆம் ஆண்டு குரு நானக் தேவர் என்பவரால் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்டது. குரு நானக் தேவர் 10 ஆசிரியர்களின் முதலாவது. இவர் உலகத்திலே என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும் என்ற ஒரு போதனையை ஆரம்பித்தார். அந்த போதனையின் அடிப்படை தத்துவங்கள் உண்மை, நல்லொழுக்கம், ஆன்மீகம். அவர் இந்த 3ஐயும் அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு அவர் மக்களை உத்வேகமூட்டுவர்களாக சென்றார்கள். மற்றது இது ஸ்ரீ குரு கிராந்த் என்பவர் ஒரு சமயத்தில் உள்ள எல்லா பாடல்களையும் தொகுத்து வழங்கினார். மற்றது இது குருநாசா. மற்றது நம்பிக்கைகள் என்ன மாதிரி என்றால், எப்பொழுது இந்த கிராந்த் என்றது ஒரு ஹோலி புத்தகம் அல்ல. இது என்னென்ன ஆசிரியரிடம் என்ன கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்ற ஒரு தொகுப்பை வழங்குகின்றது. மற்ற சீக்கிய சமயம் இறைவனை பற்றி சொல்லும் பொழுது இறைவனுக்கு உடல் இல்லாதவர், அவருக்கு எந்த பாலும் இல்லை, அவர் அந்த ஆதியும் அந்தமும் இல்லாதவர், அவருக்கு என்ற நம்பிக்கை உள்ளவர்கள். மற்றது கோயில்கள் வந்து இது வந்து இந்த சீக்கிய கோயில்கள் வந்து என்ன மாதிரி ஆசிரியர்கள் வாழும் இடம் என்றுதான் என்று கூறுவார்கள். இது அங்கே வந்து இங்கேதான் பிறப்பு இறப்பு மற்றது எல்லா விதமான சமய சடங்குகளும் இந்த கோயிலேயே இடம் பெறுகின்றது. மற்றது வந்து எப்பொழுதும் வந்து சீக்கியர்கள் வந்து கோயிலுக்கு உள்ளே போகும் பொழுது தலையை மூடிக்கொண்டிருக்க வேண்டும். மற்றது முக்கியமாக வந்து சீக்கிய மதம் வந்து உலகம் முழுக்க பேர் பெற்றிருந்தால் 24 மணித்தியாலமும் உணவு பரிமாறுகின்ற ஒரு சமயம். எந்த நேரம் போனாலும் உணவு சாப்பிடலாம். மற்றது வந்து இது உங்களுக்கு எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும், மிகவும் பெயர் பெற்ற கோயில் வந்து கோல்டன் டெம்பிள், பொன் கோயில் என்று சொல்வார்கள். இது வந்து சரித்திர வரலாறு வந்தது. இது வந்து இந்த இடத்தில் தான் அரசியல் என்றான ஆன்மீகம் என்றான எப்படியான விடயங்களையும் விவாதித்து பின்பற்றி அங்கே நடத்துவார்கள். இந்த கோயில் வந்து அம்ரித்சர் என்ற நகரத்திலே, பஞ்சாப் மாநிலத்திலே, இந்தியாவிலேயே பாகிஸ்தானுக்கு அண்மையிலே இது அமைந்துள்ளது. மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் வந்து ஞானஸ்தானம் பெற்ற ஒரு சீக்கியர் வந்து எப்பொழுதும் தலைமையில் வெட்ட மாட்டார்கள், சேவெடுக்க மாட்டார்கள். அவர்கள் தாடி வளர்த்திருப்பார்கள். அவர்கள் வந்து ஒரு எந்த நேரம் ஒரு இரும்பு வளையலை கையில் அணிந்திருப்பார்கள். மற்றது எப்பொழுதும் வந்து அவருடைய முக்கியமான ஆயுதங்கள் ஒன்று வாள். எந்த நேரம் கையில் கொண்டு திரிவார்கள். அது என்னத்துக்காக கொண்டு திரிவார்கள் என்றால் தங்களுடைய மதத்தை காப்பாற்றுவதற்காகவும் மற்றது தங்கள் ஆபத்தான இருக்கிற நேரங்களில் தங்களை பாதுகாத்துக் கொள்வதற்காக தான் இந்த வாளை கொண்டு திரிவார்கள். இது சுருக்கமாக நான் சமயத்தை பற்றி சொல்லிவிட்டேன். நீங்கள் இதை பற்றி கேள்வியில் கேட்க வேண்டும் என்றால் நீங்கள் கேட்கலாம். நன்றி.
Thank you very much for your wonderful speech, Mr. Mohinderijit Singh. And this is like part one. You know, there are a lot of things to go. Part two, part three, like that. We must know more about it. The Guru Nanak brought. He inspired. Guru Nanak inspired and uplifted humankind to live a life of truth, righteousness, and spirituality through his prayers. Anyway, you said very clearly about the Sikh religion. Look forward to your part two speech as well. And also thank you very much, Kumarasamy Pilla Master, for your wonderful Tamil translation. The early morning you have come from Sydney. It is now time is 5:30. Yeah? So anyway, thank you very much, Kumarasamy Pilla Master. Now, Mrs. Srikandarajah.
Vanakkam. We went to Golden Temple and we enjoyed it. We had a meal as well.
Excellent, excellent. Right.
We had a meal in South Hall Temple as well. It's very nice.
Very good.
Enjoyed it. Two questions. One is, I know a lot of benefits, the long hair got a lot of benefits. What are the benefits? Can you explain it to me?
The benefits of long hair?
Yeah.
The benefits of long hair.
Long
in
hair,
fact, okay. First of all, nature has given you long hair. Nature has given you hair.
Yeah.
There must be a reason.
Yeah.
Right? There must be a reason. So it has given us as it is, so why to cut it? Right? Secondly, I mean, going back, it's not a new invention. It's not the Sikhs invented it or brought something new. Not at all. Because Sikhism is the newest, the most recent Dharmic religions after the 5 Dharmic religions. So it's not that they brought in. In fact, if you go to the Vedic times, going back 10,000 years, Vedic times, Krishna, Rama, and all that, and all those rishis and munis you see throughout the years, they have long hair. They keep long hair. They keep turbans, even now. So when this was brought in, they said, okay, be natural, be as it is, right? There's no harm, right? If you say, what's the usefulness of, I say, I will question you, what's the harm of it? I can tell you another thing, you may laugh at it. At my age, listen, at my age, I hardly have very few hair. I would rather have a nice turban, like a crown, rather than a bald head. Why not?
I know a lot of benefits, so we shouldn't go against the nature.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
There was another very big reason, because I don't want to speak about when actually the turban and the hair came up, you know, they said everyone should have it. That was at the 10th Guru. That is a lot more interesting, a lot more. I won't talk much about that now. But the only thing I'll tell was, at that time, because the Muslims were in force throughout India, particularly in the north of India, they had already conquered the south of India up to Delhi. And the Mughals were absolutely in force at that time, right? The conversion was at its greatest. So when the 10th Guru brought the Khalsa, as we call it, but then again, I'll explain that later on, they said, I want those brave people who will have long hair and a turban, so that when they fight the rebels, the outsiders, they cannot go and hide. They'll say, okay, I'm standing here. I've got my crown. I'm the savior of Hinduism. I'll say, I'm standing bold here. Come and take me. That was another very big reason.
Very nice.
That's all this stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Sri Master?
Yes, you can.
I thank you very much, Mr. Singh. I learned something today. I had a very good friend a long time ago, in the early 90s. He was working with me, the general company, as an engineer. We were both engineers. And his name is Mohinderijit Singh Alg. So I didn't know that there are three middle names. Today only I learned from you that the middle name is actually Singh. Is that right? Yes? Is that middle name is actually Singh? I was thinking Singh is the same name like Patel. That's what I was thinking so far. Anyway.
As I explained before, in fact, the Sikhs are supposed to use Singh only as the last name, not the middle name, as the last name, so that by using your caste system, a caste name, people would know which caste you come from, right? I mean, you all know it, you know, as soon as you know the caste, the surname, you know, oh, he's from the Brahmin caste, he's from the Kshatriya class, he's from the, you know, untouchable class, isn't it?
Yes.
It's still live, very much. You all know it. We all know it. It's still very live. So this was one of the reasons, so that Guru Nanak and the gurus wanted to make a coherent society where caste surname was not used, the Singh, so that no one knows which caste they come from. They are all equal. They're all equal. That was the big reason why a lot of people have started using surname, is because of confusion, especially in the West. You know, because if they're Singh, they don't know which Singh. Similarly, like Patel, you say, is the same problem. It's the same problem. That is the reason we started using the surname. I mean, from Alg, my surname, people can know what caste I come from. Right? So similarly from here, I know which caste he comes from. You know, so that was the reason.
And I used to talk during lunchtime to Mohinderijit Singh here about Sikhism, and I knew that you follow the equality, the social justice, service to the humanity and things like that. And also other religions. You don't go and kind of, you know, atrocious work to other religion, which is very good. But I also heard about Guru Nanak. There's a college as well there. You know, in India, there's a famous college, right? I think A lot of people are studying there as well. I mean, the college is still there, I think. The Guru Nanak
Which college? Which college?
Guru Nanak College. Guru Nanak College in Tamil Nadu.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, must be.
And then it's, I was wondering, maybe you may not be able to answer these. I think that Guru Nanak College must be, considering admissions and things like that. India is well known for paying money and getting admissions. The Guru Nanak College might be, working with the Sikhism principles like that. I was wondering, but you may not know that college. So I don't know whether you can answer that question.
No, I don't know much about that college, but the thing is, if the Guru Nanak College is there, the name, that means, some of the Sikhs would have got together and, brought that college in so that, because there would be, I know there are quite a lot of Sikhs in Tamil Nadu, not as many as in other parts, so that, people would come. First the Sikhs would come, but that doesn't mean that the others can't come. But of course, with the name Guru Nanak, they would be sort of telling them about what Sikhism is all about as well.
Thank you very much. And also I like to thank you, all of you people, because my wife and I and daughter all visited, the son-in-law, everybody visited a Golden Temple. The way you are keeping the temple, the little waterworks going around that one, and the people going, the volunteers going and cleaning that. Time to time they are cleaning it. It's so clean. Yes. And everything. It's very nice, and we had a very divine feeling when we entered there. And the kitchen, my God, the kitchen was so massive. Can't describe in words. Massive kitchen. They all took us around. Volunteers are there.
Really,
they showed
really.
us.
Oh,
we were interested to see that. Thank you so much for your lovely speech. Cheers.
No, that's great. That's great. It's my privilege. My privilege. I thank Raja, from bringing me in. Yeah, that's very kind. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mr. Mohinderijit Master from Colombo, Sri Lanka. The time in Sri Lanka and India is now 1:45 a.m. They come to listen to your speech. Thank you.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
Nandri Arundhati Amma, Nandri Srikandarajah. Anevarkum vanakkam. Thank you. Thanks to Kumaraswamy Pillai Ayya for very good Tamil translation. Sat Sri Akal ji.
Sat Sri Akal.
Very nice to meet you in this platform. Actually, I know little about Sikhism. I have a lot of Sikh friends in Sri Lanka and in India, in Delhi, Amritsar, and in Nepal. I have a lot of Sikh friends. And you told that in Sikhism you had the name Singh, and I think it's for male. For female, it's Kaur, is it?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. Then I am very much interested in this. After Guru Nanak, the Guru Govind Singh made a very big revolution in Sikhism.
Yes, yes.
And we celebrate all these things. And I have been for that celebration also. I haven't been to Golden Temple, but I have an idea to visit Golden Temple. And in Patna also, I want to go to Guru Govind.
Oh, really? One of the 5 main Gurudwaras. Yeah.
I'd like to visit to Pakistan, Guru Nanak's place.
Really? Wow. You've visited more than I have.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to Pakistan also. So I have there. You have 2 Gurudwaras. One, the Guru Nanak's birthplace, and there's another Gurudwara also. There. So I want to. I have an idea. And you know that Guru Nanak has visited all over India, many places like Kashi, Rameswaram.
Yes.
After he come to Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu, from there he visited to Sri Lanka.
That's what I was saying. That's why I said, I don't want to speak about it now, that is another topic, but he went to Sri Lanka as well. Yes.
I went to that Rameswaram temple also, Gurudwara also.
Really? Wow.
Before he come to Sri Lanka, I mean, he came from there, so I went to that Gurudwara also.
Really?
And from there, he came to Sri Lanka. The area is called Batikalo.
Really?
Wow. There's a place called Kurukal Madam.
Okay.
So,
all right.
2 weeks ago,
I'm learning as well.
Sorry?
I'm learning as well. You know, it's two-way process, isn't it? You learn from each other.
It is Kurukal Madam. Kurukal means it is actually it's something like Guru. That is what they say is the Guru has come there, and even now there's a tree. The Sikh people are believing that that tree is brought by Guru Nanak.
All right. Okay.
So that thing also there. And as you mentioned, your langar service, that means food service, is wonderful in all Gurudwaras. And in Sri Lanka, for the moment, you have only one Gurudwara, and there I used to go for the langar service.
Right. Excellent.
And I know many Sikh friends from all over the world, whoever they come to Sri Lanka, I used to meet them because it's there's only one Gurudwara is there.
Right.
And you told about the 5
Ks.
Things, that is called Khalsa, is it?
Yeah, 5 Ks. Khalsa is the initiation of the 5. Well, Guru Gobind Singh, when he initiated the Sikhs, the 5 to 6. Let's put it this way. You know, that's what it was done on Vaisakhi. Vaisakhi was on the 13th of April, which just went. That's one of the biggest ceremony for the Sikhs all over India, all over the world. All over,
even in Sri Lanka also they celebrate.
It must be. Even in 10 Downing Street, they celebrated on this Sunday. This Sunday, 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister is.
And as you said, that Sikh peoples, they have long hair because they don't cut it. They are not only their hair is long, even the turban is very long. And they have special practice to tie this turban.
It all depends. Short and long, it all depends from person to person. It saves a lot of lives. It has hundreds and thousands. Can I tell you, I don't know how much time you have as we're going on. Raja, have you got more time? A couple of minutes, because I don't. Very interesting about turbans you talked about. You know, in the UK and in many other Western countries, new laws. You know, if you riding a motorbike or something, you know, you have to wear a special helmet. The Sikhs are exempted, right? The biggest reason is when you know the law is being passed, when our barristers, the Sikh barristers and the other went to the court, they said, well, fighting for the British government, right, for the British in World War I and World War II, something like 84,000 Sikhs died, and you were the ones, the British were the ones who said, we want Sikhs as they are, right? Because as they are, they have different belief in their mind, right? And because of them, one of the biggest reasons, because of the Sikhs, I would say not all, but one of the biggest reasons was that they won all these wars. So at that time, they were exempted. Why not now just wearing a motorbike, a motor scooter? And those laws have been passed. And all these laws have been being passed, and Sikhs have been getting exemption for everything, because it's all documented. It's all documented in the British history. This is what happened, and how many hundreds of Sikhs got Victoria Crosses and this thing and that thing. But then again, I don't want to talk this because another topic. another topic. Yeah, all right.
Okay. Thank you. I informed to all my Sikh friends in Sri Lanka, in Delhi, and Amritsar, Nepal, everywhere I informed. But the problem is now everywhere the time is about early morning 1:30. So I think because of that they didn't come. If it is in daytime on Sunday, then they might come. Anyhow, it's a wonderful speech you gave in very short and sweet way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Next is Arundhati Master. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh.
Hello.
You have given an excellent introduction about Sikhism now. So we would like to know more about it because I don't know about Sikhism, but this is a group that we talk about all the religion. Religion is one. So we would like to know about all the religion. So it's better if you come again and give us a more talk about this Sikhism. And I have one question. You said that Guru Nanak is the one who himself wrote this Sikhism, yeah? He himself wrote this about the Sikhism. That's what you were saying.
No, not just Guru Nanak.
Yeah.
After Guru Nanak, another 9 gurus followed.
Okay.
Right? So all these hymns were written by Guru Nanak and the rest of the 9 gurus. Right. So it was not just Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak initiated it. Guru Nanak initiated it. So it was being added for nearly 200 years.
So altogether 9 gurus, is it? All 9 gurus?
10.
And the first one is the Guru Nanak. Yeah?
Guru Nanak.
He
initiated. It was Lakshmi's mom. I'll call you Lakshmi's mom. Yeah. It was not supposed to be another new religion.
Yeah.
I would call this Sikhism is an incidental religion. It was not supposed to be a religion. Basically, it is Hinduism. Let's be frank.
Yeah,
right?
But there is Hinduism. Yeah. Hindus and Sikhs, is a difference or is the same?
Well, to start with, they were the same. But over the years, a lot of things happened. A lot of things, that's history, right? And then, well, now it's such a big religion that it has become separate to Hinduism. But the roots are Hinduism.
Okay.
The roots are Hinduism.
Fine, thank you.
So it's a dharmic religion and the roots are Hinduism. So whichever way you call it.
Okay.
We don't regard any difference between Hinduism and Sikhism in that sense.
Anyway, thank you very much because this is an introduction you have given us. So we would like to know more about it. So we will give you another date and we'll see again. There are so many hands are raised for there are questions. So
okay. Thank you very much. Next is B.K. Hugan. Thank you.
Thank you for Mr. and Mrs. Srikandarajah to bring Mr. Singh to this day to briefly explain about the Sikhism to start with. I have been waiting for this day particularly because I mostly know about Quran and Bible or a Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita and all that briefly, not fully, but I didn't know anything about Sikhism. So also Mr. Singh has explained very briefly about it, and there are a lot of good things. I am actually follower of Brahma Kumaris, and in that we always read called one morning Murali, and in fact always they mention about the Guru Nanak and Sikhism about it they mentioned. So there are a lot of good things I do hear about the Sikhism. In the same time, I have a very short question. The time may be very short if you can explain. So we follow Bhagavad Gita and the Muslims follow the Quran and Christians follow the Bible, but all of us have say like the God has no forms, then the body does, and so we have a common thing that the Sikhs follow that one. But what is a few things about the Sikhs the holy book says other than what the whole of the religions. I was thinking mostly, because it's the latest religion, it must have very, very good thing about the all of these four religions. So if you could briefly, please.
What you mean? What the Sikhism has got, what the other religions haven't got? Is that the question?
Others haven't got it. But if the Sikhism has come out after the four of the religion and the latest one must be like, if you have a mobile phones, it comes, the latest model must be the best model. Everybody goes and buys. So you must have something good about it, all of the other one. Couple of things. And I know that you cannot explain everything, couple of things.
No, I can explain. All right. Which hasn't got the other religions, yeah? Okay, first of all religions are good.
Yeah.
Every religion says the same thing.
Yeah.
Be a nice person, do not commit crime, do not kill, do not murder, do not tell lies.
Yeah.
It's all the same, okay? Just before this, I said Sikhism was not supposed to be a religion. It's an accidental religion.
Accidental, okay.
Accidental. The reason being because at that time, again, I have to repeat that religion, all the Hinduism basically was going through in a real big problem at that time.
Yeah.
You know the history more than probably I know,
yeah,
right? Yeah. So Guru Nanak came to tell, be at peace, be in harmony. We are all the same, right? Do not convert. If Muslims want to sort of read Quran, let them do it. If Hindus want to sort of have their Gita, let them do it, right? And if Christians want to do their Bible, let them do it. Don't do it. But over the years, right, what happened was the Mughals and the Muslims took more and more force, and they didn't stop. And all these gurus came one after another, and gurus had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right? There were so many sacrifices done between these 10 gurus, then it sort of became a separate religion, as a religion. They say, all right, now enough is enough. Now to save Hinduism from aggressors, we have to change our mind, our body, our thinking. So this is what we're basically, it was change of mind and body, right? Renewing the same thing is the same thing, but renewing the whole thing, all characters, I would say, a good thing about Sikhism, which other religions don't have at that time of the time. Times are different. At that particular time, that is what happened.
That's very good explanation. I like it. That's good. That's what I expected.
Yeah.
Like, we need to change our thinking. Like
that was what it is. Nothing else. It's the same thing. The thinking had gone because, over the years, we Hindus, I mean, Sikhs are Hindus, basically. I regard myself as a better Hindu, right? As a bigger, stronger Hindu, right? Because at that time, over the years, of thousands of years, we were not trying to invent new armaments or cannons or all this like the Western power. We were thinking more on religious and spiritual grounds. We were thinking of yoga, meditation, rather than anything else. So basically, physically, we had become weaker. Whether you believe it or not, that is a fact, right? Over the thousands of years, right? We had bodily, physically, had become weaker, and the aggressors kept on coming, and then started making us slaves. Right. Is that not true? That is the truth. Otherwise, we would not have. Otherwise, in India, we would have probably not 1 billion, 2 billion Hindus. Yeah. But we have merely, how many, 1 billion? We would have 2 billion. That is the reason. So that's where the Sikhism comes in, as a border.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Very good.
But it's the most peaceful it's the most peaceful religion.
Very good. Yes, we need to learn more. Yes, and please come back again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is
more questions. Okay.
Next is Mr. Panjachram, is the president of Senior Tamils Association in Australia.
Yeah.
Now the time is early morning. Good morning, 6:26 in Sydney. Thank you.
Wow.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mind it. You have given a very good introduction about Sikhism. In Australia, because I wanted to ask certain things, everybody have asked, so there is nothing to ask from you. But in Australia, we have multicultural. So invite all the religious people, including Sikhs. They have to come and they have to speak. Accordingly, just a small explaining. You said you are giving food to everybody. So suppose a person coming, he likes to eat only non-vegetable food. Will you supply non-vegetable food?
No. No, not at all. Strictly prohibited.
Yeah. So some people, they only eat non-vegetable food. So how can you say we give food to everybody?
Right. No, to everybody, not to after killing somebody. Non-veg is after killing someone.
That mean including egg. You don't
even egg. Egg is also as if you
I know. Yeah. You know why I asked this? Because mostly Hindus are all right to come and eat food in Sikh temple, but not everybody there.
Not who?
In Australia, the other religious, other than Hindus, they don't enjoy. They don't
enjoy the
eat
food.
Yeah,
they don't. That doesn't
they
matter.
don't. Yeah,
they shouldn't come.
That doesn't matter. Yeah.
If they're coming for food, they shouldn't come.
Yeah.
but according to our experience, so years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
Because we sort of
I can see your answer, but not. It was very difficult to explain everything, but according to some old history, Hindus was weak when invaders comes. They were not able to handle things. So the Hindus started a group to be stronger. Unfortunately, that group has become a different religion. That's what people say. Sikhism, how it came. It is Hindus who promoted. That's what the story says. Is it right or?
I will go back to my original, when I started brief history. Sikhism is started by Hindus. Sikhism is dharmic religion. Sikhism is one of the dharmic religion, means Hinduism. It's the origin is Hinduism. Sikhism came only in 1699.
Yeah.
Right? After what? How many? 5,000 years? 8,000 years from Vedic times? From that time. So after 6, 7, 8,000 times. So it was, of course, it was Hindus. All the Sikh gurus are Hindus.
Yeah. So another one.
Yeah. So basically, that's not a question. I quite clearly say Sikhs are basically originally Hindus.
Yeah. I agree. Thank you. That is okay. Then other one, because we are looking for volunteers in Australia, but whereas in Sikhism, volunteers are very, very high. Temple, people working. So how do you spend time to the temple? Everybody is working. That's what I understood.
It's all over the world. It's the same story, because that is one of the hallmarks of Sikhism. Seva. Seva means give service to humanity, whoever they are, wherever they are. That's why in Australia also, I hear here and there, but in the UK, I think most of the people living in the UK would have seen, wherever it is necessary, wherever there's a problem, they go there to serve food. They're charities. And then all the youngsters and the others, right, who spend their time, to give their time willingly. That is the biggest happiness one can get by giving your time. And that is the basis of Sikhism, to serve humanity.
Yeah.
And whichever.
Yeah. So that means your volunteers are very high, and you have sort of some investing area where people are working, and they earn money for the temple. Am I right?
No. It's just like the Tamils. There's no difference between Tamils. Tamils are extremely intelligent people. We all know.
What happened in Australia? What happened in Australia is the plantation, that banana market was about $5-6, whereas Sikhs, they have volunteered a hill area and planted banana, and now the banana has dropped to $1. So the Australia is very happy about Sikhs the cultivation. So
Mr. Penchandra, sorry. Isn't this a place called something like Kula, something in the south of Australia? That place? The place you're talking about, banana plantation.
In between Sydney and Newcastle.
I've read about that. You would know more about that history than I know.
And the market has dropped to $1. So every Australian, they say they are proud of when they see Sikhs, they are happy about their work. They are working in the government. At the same time, they work in the working more. Another one also, because there are a lot of people, when someone pass away, and they have no money for the expense, funeral expense, you give the money. Am I right?
Yeah.
They give money for the funeral expense.
Yeah. That's
but we also, Tamils also having the same system, but whereas we collect money and give them. We collect money from the members and give them for the funeral expense. But whereas we ask Sikh people, they say we don't collect money. If someone dies, they give money, $15,000. I don't know how they give.
In the end, because they are not greedy people. The 5 the Sikh religion has is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, and Kar. Means calm, you should not have anything to do with livelihood. You should not be proud. You should not have that kind of thing. So that's another thing.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy, and we'll give chance to others also. Thank you very much.
Okay, right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Jnanam Vijay Kumar from Blackpool, England. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Good evening to everyone.
Good
evening, Mr.
Mohinder. Mohinder
Singh. Yeah. The first time I heard about Sikhism religion, in the details, but I have few friends, about 3 friends. I have Sikh friends, and I used to work with them.
Right.
And when I went to India some times ago, I went to India. I went to Amritsar. We went inside, and it's beautiful, very peaceful and beautiful. You know.
Right.
The temple itself, it's so shiny and it's clean as well, and it's can't explain. You know, it's beautiful. I really enjoyed going there, and most of the places I have seen. But I know that the ladies, they call them Ko, isn't it? K-A-U-R. My friends, and are they vegetarians, Sikh people?
No.
Not everybody.
Although a lot of the Sikhs are vegetarians, but according to our system, you can be non-vegetarian.
Right.
It's both, but a huge number of Sikhs are vegetarians.
And I think one of my friends, she passed away some times ago, and we went to the the Guru Nanak place.
Temple,
temple in Southall.
Okay.
For the funeral we went.
All right.
And
right.
And I didn't really know the details, but I'm so glad able to hear it from you. And
it's the Indian religion. That's why I'm saying,
but the details and I mean things we're explaining. So it's so good to hear it.
Good.
And something else I wanted to ask. Mostly it's similar to Hinduism anyway. That that what do you call it? Sorry.
Spirituality.
Spirituality. Yeah, I'm very, very happy.
It's the basis
to hear that.
of Hinduism. It is the basis of Hinduism, undoubtedly. If you listen to Guru Granth Sahib, the living God, it's full of Rama, Krishna, and all Bhagat's name again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
So it's all.
Do they? I'm sorry.
No, ask whatever you want.
Do they marry outside Sikh people? I mean,
yes.
They do. Yeah, they are.
Even Tamils and Sikhs have got married. We know.
Right. And what
There's
else?
No restriction. There's no restriction.
Okay. My friends, they were really good. They're from Malaysia.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Good people.
Couple of them and couple of boys also worked with us, with me in you were talking about a sword. Can they carry here in England?
Yes, it's allowed.
Okay.
The law has been passed. Just because I explained why.
Yeah.
All those laws have been passed only for the Sikhs.
Because
they brought out all the documentations from World War I and II. And when they're fighting the cases in the Supreme Court, said, well, look at this. This is what your ministers and the prime minister have written. That without Sikhs, we probably would not have won all these wars. It's not only this, as I said, it's not only the Sikhs who are helping, but according to the population of the Sikhs, the number was hugely great. So is even now India, according to the population, huge. So that's the difference. That's the difference.
Thank you. It's really interesting to hear it from you. Thank you very much.